So welcome to Bivvy Bistro. Here we are at Mousehole Lakes, and I'm going to cook the lads a hearty, nutritious meal. So it's not all bacon sandwiches and sausage sandwiches. So basically we're going to do a Mongolian meatball sort of arrangement. What should we call it? We call it Mongolian Meatball Ramen. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it that. So essentially meatballs. Now you could make these on site. I did make these on site before, but it just takes too long. So, you know, by all means, if you're a bit chefy, make your own meatballs, make them at home, make them here, whatever. But I'm just going to go Tesco Finest. We've got good old classic noodles. We're not going to use the flavour in them because I'm going to basically go for my own flavouring. So we just want the noodles out the packet, essentially. And then we've got some dark soy, some hoisin, some sesame oil. We've got the crushed ginger, crushed chilies, and crushed garlic. Now, again, these are things that I do in this recipe raw. You know, I chop them up, I put them in fresh. But, you know, for the purpose of fishing, we're going to cut to the chase. They're £1 a jar. I mean, you know, a bit of vegetable oil, some crushed chilies. If we're feeling a bit adventurous, we'll put them on at the end, depending on how hot it is, and some chicken stock. And you might be thinking, why are you using chicken stock with meatballs? And the reason being, I've tried this with beef stock and it just becomes too salty, too dark. It's just not nice. So this is a good carrier of flavour. So we're going to go for that. So let's get this started. First, in with the vegetable oil, just a little drop because obviously the beef's going to kick out some of its own fat. Next in, your meatballs. And then you probably want to fry them off for, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes to your own preference. Some people like them crispy, some don't. Yep, so now your meatballs are all browned off. You just want to remove them from the pan, just somewhere safe, away from the dog. So we're going to make our stock. So essentially all you want is 2 pots of those little bad boys there. And we're going to make 1 litre of stock. So just chuck 2 of them straight in. Right, so now we're going to create the sort of the flavour really for the dish. So you want to go in with a tiny little glug of sesame, just a little drop because it's for flavour only. And then you want to go in with a nice teaspoon of ginger, teaspoon of garlic, and a teaspoon of crushed chili. Right, so yeah, you just want to give them a little brown off, nothing too much. You just want to sort of release the kind of natural flavours in it by just cooking it off slightly. Over there is my little helper. He's just doing the stock. He looks very happy there. Look, eh?
Well, it's got to be done, isn't
You're
it?
employed, mate. You're going to eat. You got to put in the work. So all that is basically 1 litre of stock. So now we are going to add that to the pan. Bunge.
What stock is it?
Chicken stock. So just chuck that whole lot in there, mate. Try not to splash it on me though, yeah? So now we're going to go in with our 5 packets, which basically is 200 millimetres of water a packet, 1 litre of stock. So we're going to go 5 packets of your basic sort of super noodle. You can go for the cheapest possible one because you're not really going for the flavour, you just want the noodles. So, trying to kind of get those barrels. The gluten.
No gluten.
To be fair, there probably is gluten in the noodles, but not in the flavourings anyway. Now just let them start to go. Right, now that's starting to bubble up a little bit. You want to add your browned off meatballs straight into the mix. So as you can see, they're starting to bubble up now. So we get the meatballs in there. What we do, we just space them out a little bit.
Smells quite good.
Oh, it's lovely. I love this. My daughter can't get enough of this one. Sheila loves it.
Oh, does she?
Alicia does, yeah. She said, can you cook me that meatball thing you do at fishing? Bless her heart. Little shout out to Alicia. Love you, babe. So lastly, we just want a couple of glugs of hoisin. and the soy sauce. Not an exact science. I would say roughly, I'd say that's a glug, wouldn't you? There's a glug, and a little bit of soy sauce, little glug, like so.
How much is a glug?
That much. Stir that little bad boy in, and then all I would do there is just cover and simmer until basically all the water's gone. So you're looking for the noodles to soak up all of the water, take on the flavour, bang, done. And there we have it, Mongolian beef meatball ramen. There she is. And just for an extra little chefy touch, just add some spring onions there. Who says you can't have that on the bank, eh?
Bivvy Bistro.